Hey everyone, so welcome to the media team. Welcome to the camera aspect of the media team. So I'm going to show you the tutorial of what we've been doing so far to, make sure that we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. The tutorial for YouTube is completely different from the ones for Facebook. We've already have it set up where you can connect straight to Facebook. Using the camera with YouTube is a little bit more tricky where you have to put in the ID and all the good stuff to make sure they're connected. I'm going to show you the Facebook aspect of it because that's what I normally deal with. So this is the camera that we are using. It's called JVC. And you can search it up on YouTube and they have other tutorials there. So it's on right now, indicating by the green button on this side. So this is how it looks. I would say on my left side, you have all the control buttons like the on and off, the power button, you have the live button down here. So I'm gonna go over all that with you. So with that being said, I'm just gonna start it from the beginning with it being off. So how do you put the camera on? When you look, like I said, this is my left side. So there is a button on here that have the on and off button. So you're gonna push it and then there should be a green power that comes on. So now this means that the camera is now on. It doesn't mean that it's recording and it doesn't mean that it's live. It just means that this camera is on. So when you open it up, here you see that it's on. You can see the camera showing the background. So like I said, it doesn't mean that it's live. So that's a whole nother thing that if we want to go live, we have to do something else. So this is how it is. If you look in here, you see these two different areas. They're empty right now, but normally there will be chips that you put in there. We normally will go with A. So we'll put the chips in A. Make sure that the memory is empty and have space to record so that way we can go back and look at the videos and see what we can improve on. So we have the chip, we'll put it in here, and then when we are recording, make sure that it's in there so that it can record and we can have some kind of memory stored for what we're doing. So going over the buttons, this here is where we press to go live. It's called LOLUX. So if you want to go live, you press this button here and then it will indicate it on the camera. It can't do it right now because it's not connected to the Wi-Fi, and also this is the tutorial for once it's set up in church. So everything will be set up. So when you click on live, it will say on the camera up here, you will see a live written up here. And then also while we are live, we like to record the video, like I said. So this here is the controls for when you want to, like, if you click on display, I don't know if we'll show it now, but if you click on display, it has different information on here, like the date, the time, and all that good stuff. And then when DK asks you for status, which he normally will use, he used the ID. DK, is it called the IP address? So he uses the IP address to connect it with the computer, so to make sure that the camera and the computers are connected, so that way we can make adjustment on what the viewer sees. So if he asks you for the IP address, you go to status here, and I'm going to show you what status does to the camera. If you're looking here, the IP address, it won't show up here, right? Because it's not set up. Or will it show up?
Yeah, it won't show up right.
It won't show up right here. Yeah, but once you press status and you look on here, the IP address should show up. It will be next to it. Normally it starts with like a 00. There's a lot of numbers, but it has a lot of zeros, so you can't miss it. So that way we are able to connect it to the computer. And also, as we're live, like I said, we like to record. So the recording button is not in this control area. If you turn the camera around, it's literally behind the camera right here. You press recording, and then the camera will start recording it, and then that would be saved to the chip, the memory chip. So that's really about it. To turn it off, like to turn the light off, before you turn the power off, you also want to turn the light and the recording off. So you press the light button again, and then you press the recording button, which would be on your right side to the back of the camera. And then you can turn off the camera and then make sure you close it up. We are currently using the microphone, like the inside microphone. Internal microphone. So that way it helps us to not catch the noises from outside, but in case you have to use the external microphone, which is going to be plugged in here and they have a lot of wires that's going to be connected to it. I'm sure Dika will show you all that.
Brother Scott will.
Oh, Brother Scott, okay. Yeah, so in case there is a external microphone on here, you want to make sure that people around you are quiet, because what it does is it takes out the noises from outside and then send it to the camera so other people can hear it. So we normally will use that. We're not really using that now, but if just in case that is the microphone that we have to use, you want to make sure that people around you are aware and they're not talking, because people are going to catch whatever they say. So but that's about it. That's the simplest way of understanding the camera, what we do on a regular basis. Like I say, if there's any question, ask Brother Scott, ask CK. They're going to assist you in all of that. And thank you for watching.